All right, yeah, we're going.
Are we filming?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this.
You were aiming that away. So, yeah, whatever. They got the volcano in the frame. I don't know, this could be whatever we want it to be. I think we could do a brainstorm where we talk about what the format's going to be and what all we're going to probably discuss.
I think honestly, like I was telling somebody at work, I was actually telling TJ about it.
Make it organic.
This is going to be I just want a 100% honest format.
Yeah.
Unfiltered?
Yeah. I feel it.
Like if you're offended, sorry, but don't join. Because things are going to be said that need to be said, and those things need to be said in order for things to heal.
Yeah.
You need to quit being so blind to certain facts. That's all I'm saying.
What do you feel like we as Americans are blind to at large right now?
We only got 20 minutes, right?
I think we got like...
So the biggest thing that America is blind to is the separation of everything going on now with labeling and pronouns and pretty much just...
Like, what about pronouns? Do you think it's causing division or separation or confusion?
Division, absolutely.
Okay.
Because they get mad at me for assuming, because I get in trouble for calling a woman ma'am, because I was raised right. It's yes ma'am, no ma'am. That's how it is. It's like yes sir, no sir. So I get in trouble for that because I'm being polite, because all of a sudden you identify as something else, I'm sorry. You're still a woman. And if you want to be different, that's fine, but don't hold it against me, because I look at it differently, because all you're doing is turning around and doing to me what you don't want me to do to you. Because you're judging me for my choice on how I see you.
You're calling me a misgenderer because I followed protocol.
Yes, exactly. I'm being respectful. It's nothing disrespectful or anything. If you want it, that's fine. I don't care how you identify. I don't. But just don't judge me or look at me weird. I am a they. Perfect. It's a great movie.
I think we're all theys once there's more than one of us, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But see, that'll never happen. We will never get a group of theys together because they are separating us with labels. Get over yourselves with your damn labels. You need labeling. I just don't like it. It's like, you might as well seriously start putting, like Star David on people. Honestly, you're labeling people for no reason, just based on what you've read and how you feel. Most of these people...
I would argue that it's a way to be able to have inclusivity. Like, it's baiting inclusivity so you can have something to be part of. And it's like, I guess I kind of understand that, but it's when you're like using it in a way that's detrimental to others, or you're wielding it like a weapon. And I think that's
like a terrorist group.
Yeah. It's like, and you're just like, it's our time, we've deserved it. Fuck off, that ain't it, dude.
Yeah.
And then you're using it like, I'm a protected group, and so because I say this, I'm hatred towards you. And it's like, no, I'm not hatred. I'm literally expressing my opinion, just like what I thought the First Amendment was for.
Well, what people don't understand is there's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate.
Yeah.
That's what they need to realize. They don't even know what hate speech is. These people are so offended right now, they couldn't handle real hate speech if it came to them. Let's be honest. You can't even stand yourselves calling the Cleveland Indians and Washington Redskins. You had to change their name. But yet, you're fine with them becoming the Washington Commanders because that puts them in charge. Correct? The Cleveland Indians went to the Guardians, that puts them in charge of something, so you're fine with that. It's still representing Native Americans and indigenous people, but as long as that said title is in charge, you're fine with it. How does that work out? The Chiefs, okay? Very high, that means you're in charge. Kansas City Chiefs, they didn't tell them to change their name. Is it because the Chiefs' certain power, and that's why? They feel that's the only way we'll respect these people? It's the name of a football team. Who cares?
Yeah.
Name them all A, B, C, and D. I don't care. I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, dude. Some guy got in trouble because he put up the wrong teleprompter. Instead of putting Cleveland Guardians, he put up Cleveland Indians. And instantly, the phones were just ringing off the hook of offended people. Come at your mother's basement. Grow up.
Well, wait, I get it. They were offended because it's the Cleveland Browns. That's why. Like.
Well, the Cleveland Indians, that's football. Cleveland Browns is football. Cleveland Indians is baseball.
Wait, no, I thought it was the. Yo, it's like, because I'm like, it's obviously Minnesota. That's what I think of. No, the Twins.
Yeah, Twins. Okay.
That's why when you say that, I think of the Twins. I'm not trying. I mean, that's just what it is. Yeah.
You know, it's just-
So wait, there's a Cleveland Indians.
Well, they were until people found their name offensive and had them change it to the Cleveland Guardians now.
And that was a major league team.
Yeah.
How long was that a major league team?
The Cleveland Indians have been around for a long, long, long time.
What did it switch up? So check this out. I didn't realize that Las Vegas was the Raiders, and it was the Raiders for a minute. I did not know
Yeah, they
that.
moved there 2 years ago.
Okay.
This is their second or maybe start a third year there. Yeah, I mean, they still suck no matter where they go.
All right.
You know? But, yeah, so the Indians, you know, he got in trouble for that and everything, and they had to change the Redskins' name to Commanders. You know, because I don't know, they're fine with the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah.
I mean, where do we draw the line on this, people?
Don't we have
Where
the
do you-
Winterhawks?
No, that's here in Portland.
Right.
Yeah, we have the Winterhawks.
Oh, it's the same, but I
Yeah.
get it.
I mean, you don't
wait,
hear-
Wait, is that? So is it Winterhawks because it should be like Whitehawks? No.
I think
Alright.
it's just a bird.
All right.
But so, let me lose my train of thought there, man.
Well, I don't know sports, man. That's why. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it was sports. So we were talking about Cleveland.
Yeah, that people get offended over the slightest of things, like the teleprompter switch.
Yeah, the teleprompter. There's something else. As we throw in to that about football, I believe, or baseball. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, you guys just pick and choose what names to change. But here's the funny thing about what you guys are doing that you don't even realize. Throughout every dictator run, you know, you can call it dictatorship, a dictator, you know, era, whatever. The one key component they've always had in common is separatism and labeling and changing history. I understand you say it's just a name, and I say it's just a name, but it's literally history too. Now you're hiding from the history of your country that you say you're so proud to live in, but now you want to hide the heritage that made us who we are. Yeah, I understand Christopher Columbus wasn't best friends with the Indians. Pocahontas didn't fall in love with them. I understand all that John Smith stuff. Yeah, I don't know none of that happened. We probably did kill them all, but I didn't. Nobody on the Cleveland Indians sure as hell did. Why can't we just have a name? Why can't you just come together? Separatism is what starts.
Or
And
wait,
it's
I would
division.
ask, how is it that the name itself caused the problems? I don't think the name caused the problems as much as the people who
Dude,
felt
more
like-
white people found it offensive than Native Americans.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
This is like Sombrero Mario for Cinco de Mayo.
You know?
Like, it should have stuck around.
That's right.
That was pretty rad, right? I'm sorry, I'm not Hispanic. I'm black and white. But yeah, I rock it. That shit's fucking rad. It should stick around. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Dude, people are fucking weird, man. They don't do anything without people being offended. Everything. You know? Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I didn't even know what offended was.
You have to go.
You know. I grew up watching Face of Death. And fucking Simpsons and some South Park. And Ren and Stimpy and, you know, Looney Tunes when they were all racist and everything. The good old days, you know, when it was just comedy. And they were making jokes when Bugs Bunny was counting all the Indians that he killed, you know, and then he's like, oh, no, that's only 9. That one was a half-breed. That's funny. It's funny. I'm sorry. Comedy's supposed to invoke feelings. So that's why jokes like that are funny. But what I truly feel is, why can't we just put everything aside? Why can't we put the government aside? Why can't we put this freaking sleepy Joe Biden and Donald Trump and, you know, let's go Brandon, fuck Biden, whatever it is, I don't care. Why can't we put that aside and realize who we are and how we started this country? How we went from simple colonies to a country that can stand on its own 2 feet and supply the world with help, just be able to help them. And now look at us. How did this happen? Because you started labeling things. You started changing things because they didn't fit your parameter. They don't even teach kids who Tesla is in school anymore. They don't know who Nikola Tesla is. That man made everything that we have right now. But they don't teach him. Why? Because it's not popular. Edison paid more money to become popular. Facts. Not politics. Separatism. Y'all need to get past your Democrat, Republic, independent, liberal, right-wing, left-wing.
Do you think a situation could work where everybody could almost get what they'd want?
If we all did it together, absolutely.
It's like to where, like, the people who are Democratic can have their programs or whatever that they pay into. The people that don't want to pay into them don't have to pay into them, and they get, like, the minimum viable amount of social net that's available to them, kind of thing, you know?
What's the biggest thing that Democrats and Republicans fight about?
I would say money.
Exactly, taxes. Wow, isn't that sad? That our politicians, the people that we put in office, in good faith, are sitting there arguing amongst one another about the taxes that we pay them to help us. Think about that. Where's that money going? Sure as hell ain't going here. It's going in their pockets. Politics doesn't need to be a career. You need to want to change, then get in politics. I just want to see why people don't understand this. You guys are so quick to label and say, "Oh, you're wrong saying this and this." That's fine. Fuck you. Okay, that's what I believe, and I live in the country that I can say what I believe. Okay. I love this country. I don't care.
I don't know, man. It's like kind of chicken and egg in a way because, like, you can't, like, if you're trying to get into the politics, like, if you're trying to get into there for a righteous reason, an actual righteous amount of change, that means the country's really fucked up and everybody's going through extreme turmoil, right? And it's like you're doing like a forced corrective action. The reason why it seems like people are doing what they're doing now is because, like, they make a career out of it, like you said. And it's not that they get the money from that; they get the money from the donors and from, you know, going through
lobbyists.
Yeah,
they don't like to use they don't like to use the word donor. They don't like to use the word donor because that makes it sound like they're being bought. Oh wait, they are.
And what's messed up is because it's a two-party system, it's designed to where it's gamed. Like, you're like, oh, it's not about who you want to win, it's about who you want to lose. And so that's why people vote the way they do.
This is how interested America is in their politics, actually, is that once you become a senator, a U.S. senator, you know, representative for your state, if you can make it through 2 elections, you will be there for the rest of your life. Because people just see your name and they automatically hit. That's what we've become. Creatures of habit. When it comes to who we vote in. Oh, I've heard of him. Oh, I've heard of her. Not even looking into it. Not even looking at what these people are backing up. You'd be surprised how they all have everything in common. Except for one thing. One really doesn't care. The other one at least acts like he cares.
So he's talking about empathy. They're all lacking empathy.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. All of them.
Yeah, we're not talking about lip service empathy that they give you on the campaign trail.
If they had empathy,
like legit.
If they had empathy, how could they walk past some of the people they do? And I'm not saying every homeless person deserves money. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's different situations. Okay? But how can they sleep soundly knowing that they're not going to pass this bill that's going to help the city? You know why? Because then the money runs out. If they pass every bill, the money runs out for them. They got to do everything slow. So it looks like they're making progress, but they're really not. Because behind the scenes, it's getting worse. Because you're defunding the police, you're wanting everybody out of office, and you just don't care anymore. You're so worried about being called he, her, she, they, it, that you let your country slide out from underneath you because you thought about yourself instead of the rest of us. How does that feel? Sounds a little like a politician to me. Difference is they're getting paid. You're not. It's not changing anything. Cancel culture isn't changing anything. Trust me. Christopher Columbus still discovered America. Jesus still died on the cross. Happens. Just gotta realize it. Gotta realize it.
Yeah,
come together.
Yeah, like if you're not on the base side of history, like if you're not the one actually doing the pragmatic solutions and actually putting in the work to actually build something that can actually help foster and facilitate positive change, then you ain't doing shit. And the thing is, you're gonna go through this like you're crusading, but we have history. I think that's what a lot of people get fucked up, is that we're distracted because we're in the year 2022 going on 2023, and we have like the internet and video games and TV and hobbies and friends on social media.
We don't have to leave our fucking house anymore,
right?
Guys.
But if if that shit wasn't there, we would have our history to like keep ourselves occupied. And with our history, we'd have more people being willing to question the status quo and look at what's going on, because it would rhyme with what they saw in what they read in the past. And so they would be able to navigate. And that was what education was intended for. Like that was what they were hoping, like our ancestors were hoping we would have by having everybody be educated. That would be easier to confer ideas and information, actually bring an era of enlightenment even faster. Because then, at that point in life, they thought that the Renaissance era was, we saw how this, imagine how it will keep going. But the thing is, we get stagnant because distractions. And we're using distractions to hide the pain, and the pain is what we actually need to endure, to go through, to figure out how to fix it and get past it, to solve. Because that's what humans are.
They're using these things. We don't. They allow it to continue. The higher ups.
The higher,
they're the ones pushing up. We can stop it at any time. We started it.
And it's funny because he says the politicians and the government, but when you think about it, that is the corporations. And it's like the corporations have bought and paid for the various employees of the government who are on pensions and who are getting basically, like it's kind of like a low effort, low hanging fruit way to feel like you're safe. But let me tell you something. The pension is a trap. The pension is there to show you, we'll give you this, it's safety, it's security, but you're actually forfeiting your earning potential and your ability to invest and your ability to actually like go forth and through entrepreneurship and finding yourself, and maybe failing, but from failing from that, actually seeing what you like and actually going through it, and maybe actually going through perseverance. There's actually trials and tribulations that people can grow through and overcome from, but they don't do that because they want to go for the low-hanging fruit or the easy out route, because we're distracted. We don't actually choose to go through the pain and endure and grow. We would rather be distracted.
I mean, y'all just need to stop being mad at one another over stuff that doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. All this stuff that is going on in the world right now, there's so many horrible things going on right now. And I have to worry if you're identifying as a man or a woman.
No, that's just it. I don't have to worry about that because of what he just said. You get it? That's the point.
Well, I don't worry about it anyway.
I was never going to worry about that shit.
No, because honestly, okay, be what you want, okay? Be what you want. But don't ever tell me what to think about you. That is based on you alone, your individualism.
That's not
how you
ally
carry
shit.
yourself.
That's brainwashing.
How you carry yourself and everything. That's how I judge you. I don't give a shit about anything else. If you're a good person, that's how I identify you, is as a good person. If you're bad, guess what? You're a bad person. Look at it the realist way as I do. When you're telling me to go with your opinion because it's more important than my opinion, you're causing more division and separation than anything. I understand you're trying to bring unity in certain groups, but once again, what happened with those certain groups? There were certain sects and everything when all these countries and everything were taken over, when they had dictatorships and everything. There were certain sects and everything for good. I mean, look what happened in Africa. You know, South Africa, I believe it was, with the Watusis and everything. Had huge civil war, and literally the only way you could tell the difference was by their noses. That's how they told the difference. Rwanda, that's what it was. It was Rwanda. Okay, look it up. Horrible thing. Okay, that's what you guys are doing right now. You're separating each other on something that is so minuscule that doesn't even fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Your heart matters. Your brain matters. That's it. That's all you're gonna have fucking left. There's two things we leave behind when we die. Love. The love we had and the love others had for us. That's it. It's not gonna fucking say he, him, they, her on your tombstone, is it? No. It's gonna say your name. And it's gonna say the names of your loved ones possibly. Things like that. Why wait that long? Just fucking call yourself Sam and call it good. You know, I don't know how much clearer I can be with these people, dude. Like, it's just fucking separatism at its best. You know? Get over yourselves. Oh my god.
Yeah, like I think it's like I have nothing against anybody want to do like what they want to do for themselves. You know, that's awesome. That's
as long
great.
as you don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, but I'm uncool with using it or utilizing it against like young people or even like trying to like brainwash people in general and overall like.
So I guess what you're trying to say is what they try to do in a way is play the card.
The victim, yeah.
It used to be, you know, play the race card. I don't know what you call it with you know, with these guys. Play the gender card, the confusion card, because that's what I am. I don't know.
No, I think they call it I would think they call it the toxic patriarchy.
Yeah, because I mean,
Something
they're
like
fixing
that.
so much. You're fixing so
yeah.
much. You know, you're the same kind of people that go to a women's rights rally dressed as a giant vagina and expect me to respect you for your opinion. No. Sorry. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, like I would respect you to see what actions you've brought forward actually carry like actual people's rights all in aggregate.
Yeah,
like what if you talk to Congress, you know, do something other than like protesting and venting your anger at police who can't even do shit about you what you're thinking about.
How about not worrying about how people react to what you're gonna say or what you're gonna do, and worry more about how you're going to react to things that you have to do. Because it doesn't matter how people react. You're going to be hated no matter what you do, believe it or not. Nobody's loved. Even people hated Mother Teresa. Okay? It's fact. Dalai Lama. I guarantee there was some dude that was just like, screw that Dalai Lama. I guarantee it. But don't start coming up with shit to separate yourself from society because you're afraid. Just because it's fine to be different. But you don't need to be afraid and start your own groups and everything and all that. That starts more division. I really truly think that's what it comes down to for a lot of you guys. And girls. And theys.
Yeah.
Is you get scared. Which I can understand. That's fine. It's a huge step. Okay? And if that's the way you feel, I 100% support you. But you don't really have to label it. You know, I mean, what happens if I went around, had a group of my, friends around, and walk around fucking, shirts with big old dicks on them and everything, and hairy ass balls on the back, and we got a pair of boobs in the front and everything and all that. We'd cause a scene, wouldn't we? Because we can't represent that. Because that's not who we are. You see what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, there's this day every year called Halloween. And every day, like on that day, people pretend to be other things that they're not. Like seriously, I swear to God. I've seen a Spider-Man. I know it wasn't the real Spider-Man. Okay. But what I'm getting to, this is who you are. You don't need to just wear a costume and that's all your label is. Your label is a costume. It's something for you to hide behind. It's something for you to not truly show who you really are. If you're fine with your whatever, why do you need a label? Why does it make a difference? I don't need to be called a man every time somebody talks to me. I'm fine with that. So why do we have to make special pronouns and everything and pronounce them to you like that? It doesn't really make any sense. It just sounds like a grab for attention and you're scared. You need your costume to hide behind. And that's fine. As I say, I support you. Okay? But don't tell me how to think about you. Or if I have to like you or not. Because I don't. Okay? It says in the Bible, it doesn't say anything about liking them. It says loving them. Big difference between like and love, my friend. Big difference. You know? So. But yeah. If we all just came together and realized that the first letter of our country, the USA, is a U. What does the U stand for, everybody? United. Oh, wow. Look at that. Imagine that. We used to stand for something. We used to be proud of ourselves. Now we're a laughing stock. Because you're labels. Every label. All of them. Get fucking rid of them. We're people. We're American. It's all that matters. I don't give a shit who you are. If you're American, I'm cool with you until you're not cool with me. You're still an American. I just don't like you. Don't give away what you look at. You know, I don't care. Have sex with whatever the hell you want, man. You can randomly bang 50 teddy bears every Friday night at 10 p.m. Okay, but if you show me honesty and love and devotion and friendship, we're fucking cool, bud. I'll buy you a teddy bear for your birthday. It's the truth.